Greetings, one and all. Welcome back to Who Would Win. Excuse me as I angle that properly. And we are on to another one, seeing it's now literally the first of the month of February, so let's go into our monthly Who Would Win. The theme of this monthly Who Would Win is the Planeswalkers Magic Gathering, a card game for plenty of us nerd and fantasy lovers. The world of Magic is very vast and expansive with multiple planes of existence. And characters who can traverse through the planes are planeswalkers. Now, we are on to a planeswalker known as Arlinn. Arlinn is from a plane known as Innistrad, which is themed in Gothic horror. So vampires, ghosts, zombies, and werewolves. She is a werewolf planeswalker. And what's unique about her is the fact that, unlike any other werewolf we've actually seen in the Magic lore to date, where most werewolves lose their human self and awareness when they transform, Arlinn does not. Her planeswalker spark igniting and everything along those lines, more than likely counteracted the effect. So she is actually able to maintain her control in her werewolf form. So having all her senses and her magic with her while she's transformed plays a severe factor into her capabilities. All right, then. But she is a mage. Now, what her actual mage abilities are, a powerful mage, according to her wiki history, what her actual abilities are is not completely made clear. We know she has Abyssinian or Absent Charms, Angelic Charms, Prayers, and Fast Wards to help stave off possibility of the effects of her werewolf werewolf curse, but at the same time, it's unlikely. It's unlikely that would play a factor in fight. So what we need to really do is look at her planeswalker, her actual card, to get an idea of what her overall abilities probably are. So, in her normal form, she's capable of putting a 2/2 green wolf creature token on the battlefield and transforms her into a werewolf. She also powers up creatures on the field. So likely what her abilities are as a human is the ability to summon wolves to aid her in battle and to basically bolster the effect of other individuals. So as a werewolf, she seems to be capable of instilling creatures with power and causing them to attack quickly. She also seems to be capable of doing actual damage to individuals, be it some sort of like fire magic, probably or rage magic. And then her final ability allows you to more or less give creatures that you control the ability to haste, which is to attack the moment they come out, and deal damage deal damage equal to their power to target creature or player. So basically, they're capable of just delivering damage right out. So she seems to be capable of inducing rage-like basically because she is a green-red planeswalker. A Gruul-based ability, kind of, dealing damage, doing fire damage, doing rage-induced damage, things along those lines to help with the burning wolf spirit that's in her. Plus, being conscious of her actions does give her a benefit well in battle because, unlike against, say, other werewolves, she is capable of remembering how to legitimately fight, not just as a werewolf, but as a human as well. So, Ginei Rosario. So, who I put her up against? I knew I wanted to put her up against another werewolf character. And I had to think, what types of werewolf characters are there that she's either not going to completely curb stomp or who are not going to completely curb stomp her? I was not going to put her up against the captain from Hellsing. I'm like, no, he will end her fast and hard. She does not have any ability that could take him on. But then and I'm thinking, what about the Lycan from the Underworld? The progenitor of all the Lycans. I'm like, she probably would take him out pretty. So I'm like thinking, it's like, oh, hey, I read Rosario Vampire and I liked it all right. And Ginei Morioka, he's a vampire. So yeah, he's also a pervert. So he is a year, I think, what did they say? Is he like a sophomore? I can't remember what he's like a second-year student in the first series and a third-year student at that point. So he's pretty he is a solid guy in terms of strength. And I was trying to find a solid picture of him. This is actually not a bad picture. No, go back. That's a pretty solid picture. I'll figure it out when I do the thumbnail. Point being, yeah, he's a werewolf, so obviously he has lycanthropy. He can transform into his wolf form. He has immense werewolves. See, in the world of Rosario and vampires like the highest tier beings because they convert all their raw spiritual energy into like physical strength and things along those lines, which is like massive. But werewolves are actually the masters of speed in that universe. Under the full moon, their speed wanes and increases based on how full the moon is. While werewolves in general are stated to have their power wax and wane with lunar cycles, it's unknown if werewolves receive this much of an increase. Regardless, it's still exceptionally fast, even when the moon is not full. Able to create several after images and land dozens of blows in a single pass against Kuyu, as the student police was unable to react. So even in a lesser state, he's able to move with heightened speed. Even in his human form, he has enough ability to be able to sneak up on most people. Now, when the moon is full, he's faster than even someone like the main character, who is massively powerful. He does have enhanced strength, too. It's far beyond any normal human or creature. And so he's almost as strong as Mocha is, who is a vampire in the lead and massively powerful, capable of defeating huge monsters with single kicks. Can knock out several monsters way bigger than he is with a single blow. His strength also extends to his muscle legs, which allow him to leap fast, or leap high and be extremely fast. Enhanced agility that goes with that. Reflexes, stamina. He can take a pretty severe beating along with his durability. Enhanced senses. Claws and fangs. Regenerative healing factor. He's capable of generating damage with much greater speed. Lunacy, and when his powers at his peak, he kind of loses a lot of his self-control. He's also an expert hand-to-hand fighter. Though he has no formal training, he's actually a very skilled hand-to-hand fighter. Being from a school with monsters, you kind of have to learn to fight. He's also a womanizer, master photographer, an expert spy, and he's good at doing teamwork. So, in the realistic scenario, because that's how I do these, the realistic scenario where these opponents would fight, assuming they either exist in the same world or not, would clearly for me be Arlinn card obviously goes to the Rosario Dawson. She goes to Rosario Dawson and proclaims my love for her because Rosario Dawson is like perfect in nearly every way. Talk about there's like to digress a little bit here. There's we all have our celebrity crushes and we have our list of celebrity crush. Rosario Dawson's, I think, is almost on everyone's celebrity crush list for a guy. And hell, for some girls, too. Every guy's going to be like, it's Rosario Dawson. No, in the Rosario and Vampire universe. So she's there. Maybe she transfers over. She's acting as a teacher, things along those lines. And things kind of go down at one point where, like, the school, there's fighting going on and things along those lines. So one thing leads to another, and she and Geen end up realizing that they are each. Puppy. There's no one there. There's no one out there. As far as I know, there's no one out there. They both realize that they are like the same, and somehow a misunderstanding goes down because werewolves work differently in her world than they do in that universe. So she's interested to learn how he's doing it, and one thing leads to another, and maybe he pervs out on her a little bit, and she bitch smacks him a bit. It's like, I love it when a werewolf, a girl fights back, and he just kind of gets all he's getting is like, come on, Arlinn, we're made to be with each other. I can smell the pheromones. That's your own BO. It's like, touche, baby. And then, he kind of comes out and says, but I'm still going to make you my woman. And then he comes at her, and she's able to dodge, and then she just transforms. Now, maybe she summons a wolf to aim, and he grabs on. It's like, it's like, come on, you're fighting me with your own little dogs, and all of a sudden the dog's bite increases because she is pumping up its abilities and just And they're like, okay, down boy, get off. And she summons another wolf, and another one, just like 6 or 7 wolves at that point, and she's bolstering their strength. Like, okay, all right. And then he just blitzes them all. Like, that wasn't nice. And then all of a sudden he's standing right in front of her werewolf form, which is, I love her werewolf form, by the way. It's a very unique werewolf looking form, for at least the cards, the way they depict, because werewolves in Magic at the moment are depicted as mostly like black and brown or gray, something along those lines. You'll get a couple unique ones now and then. There is a few red ones. I don't know if there's a blue. I don't think there's a blue one. There's no green one per se. But she's like a stark white with like a symbol on her. So she probably wears that symbol and everything. She's looking down on him. She actually probably is bigger than he is once he's full. Because werewolves, let's say I am a werewolf. Let's say this is me. I'm about 6 foot tall. If I turned into a werewolf in the Magic world, I'd probably wouldn't fully double. I'd probably be more like 8 to 9 feet tall at that point. But it all depends on the person, necessarily speaking. Arlinn probably is stronger than that, though. So she transforms and then, boom, is able to deck him. So now they're going toe-to-toe, werewolf to werewolf, and they both are in control of themselves, though. He's losing himself a little bit to his lunacy and his madness and his just lust for battle. So, you know, she tries to block him, but I'd actually say he's probably the better in a straight fight, like literally hand-to-hand. And for the sake of this is happening during a full moon, so, you know. He's at his full potential here, because I don't want to get any excuses like, you didn't use him at your full potential for the 10 people on here who may even know what this manga is. So, you know, she's trying to block it. She's starting to take it. It's like, come on, baby. I don't want to ruin that pretty face. So why don't you and I just, you know, talk this out and get cozy and, you know, see where things, and then he just licks his lip, go from there. And she's like, what a dick. And then at this point, she uses her ability to basically do damage. So he's like, fine. It's like, I tried. It's like, come on. It's like, why don't you and I? And then she just, you know, like, yeah, maybe you're right. It's like, yeah, I knew you'd see things. But then she just lights his hand on fire. She's like, ah! It's like, yeah. And then she uses her, like, powers up all her magic to her final ability, which basically is like again, it's kind of like a Gruul, right? And the Gruul are like riders, green, red, so lots of emotion, nature, all that stuff, and, you know, a lot of primal. They're tribal. They're very tribal warrior kind of guys. Be something similar to this. So she uses her power and then just boom, kind of just uses all of her energy, just inflict all the damage straight onto him. Just he's just standing there. You think that's gonna keep me down, babe? I'm not gonna say that now. Durability wise, he has tanked like fire before, but tanked. He's taken blast from like a QB. In their world, it's like a flame spirit kind of fox, a flame fox spirit. He has taken blows from that, but he dropped pretty quickly after that. He wasn't at full power either, but he did drop pretty quickly after that. And this is, I think, would be a far more powerful kind of attack given the nature of it. But because he's out of like, you think I'm gonna fall from that, baby? I can't fall from that. I've had far worse than that. But she just grabs him, just, boom! It's like, down, boy. And then just, boom, puts him down, just, oh, yes, ma'am. He goes, I think I'm in love. And then he just kind of passes the fuck out. Why do I give Arlinn Cord the win over Geen? Well, in terms of, if this were a straight fist-to-fist fight and that was it, I would actually, I believe his full name is actually Ginei, by the way. I call him Geen. I do believe Ginei would actually take the win, because speed-wise and, like, and skill-wise, I think he actually has the overall edge. The problem is that Arlinn Cord isn't just a werewolf with, like, enhanced reflexes and physical capabilities. She is a mage, and from what I can tell from her abilities, she has enough abilities on her belt to be able to take on another werewolf, even if someone faster than her and probably less durable when you really break it down. Well, probably not less durable, but she'd be able to exploit his weaknesses, particularly his clear love for women and all that. So she's smart. She's been around the block before, so I think she would definitely take advantage of that from his character flaw perspective. So Knowing that, I will give it to Arlinn Cord. I'm going to give her a 75% win, though, because I think a good, 1 in 4 times, Geen could just blitz her enough times and just ultimately overpower her that he does win the fight. Not even physically overpower, but skill and speed altogether would overpower her. So I do give it to her in the long run, and I give her the vast majority, but I do have to give Ginei credit that he'd probably put up a good fight, and he would likely win a couple certain amount of percents of it. So I will go 25% Ginei, but 75% of the time I think Arlinn Cord's going to win. So thank you for watching, though. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. Do a review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Super Magic, what if, anything to do on the channel. Put that in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to that at some point. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.